Attention! All things shared in this video are simply the opinions of the Unexplained Files. The following footage is not tampered with, and all of the events and reactions are unplanned and genuine.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Unexplained Files. You join us again in St Peter's Church in Wesley, where we were last time, where we had some pretty interesting stuff kick off. There was a lot of random things on the Spirit Talker that I don't know how much interest I want to give to, but we did, on the other side of the graveyard, hear what kind of sounded like not a woman's voice almost, or like a woman's moan kind of thing, and also a cat ball. When I went to grab it, went to turn my phone, Spirit took it off, rolled away, rolled back, and then sort of rolled off again. So maybe that could have been wind, I don't know. Seems an odd thing for the wind to do, but we've come back to see if we can find anything more, so let's jump straight into it.
Let's put these there. It's already on. F yeah. I haven't even got me IR on. Yeah, there you are. Look. Shall I do a call out?
Yeah, do you want me to do it or you do it?
Can do it. Start us off. If there's anyone that is present with us tonight, can you please let us know by lighting up any of our devices on the bench there? That'll just let us know that you're here with us now and you can hear and understand us. Fine. But it was quite hit in this spot last time, wasn't it? So
yeah, it was, yeah.
It's quite nice. It's a little bit lighter now. The old spring is around the corner, temperature's getting warmer. Starting to get a few more sunny days here and there, but
I think we started investigating in the summer, didn't we, last year, or just before the summer?
yeah, in our first one was like May, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So
We're going back to that bliss of not being freezing cold when investigating.
yes, we've got some more obstacles in the way now with work and that, but
That's all right, we make it work.
We'll figure it out. Actually, I better centre myself. There we go.
If anyone is here with us, you may recognise us from before. If you do recognise us or you've seen us before, would you be able to light up or interact with any of our devices? Even just coming over here, nudging the devices or sitting on that bench, we'll know that you're here.
It was quite odd that we was over at that bit where that lady was buried, in it. The wife to whoever that guy, I can't even remember who it was now, but in that whatever you want to call that big gravestone thing.
Yeah.
And then we hear that kind of woman's
Female moan,
yeah.
There was two of them, I remember.
Yeah, because I know one of them we weren't sure if it was an owl or not, but that other one certainly didn't sound anything like an owl.
Yeah.
So I wonder what the oldest graves are in here, because we saw that place that was like, what, circa 1500 and something.
Yeah, 1530, I think. So people would have been here for a long time.
Yeah.
But one thing I've noticed a lot with graveyards and sort of churches and cemeteries in general around here is the graves seem to have been like established and refurbished and mostly used from like the Victorian era onwards, or like the early 1800s onwards. They don't really go much further back than that.
Right.
Or there's only a few that do. So I don't know if there was just a change in how people were buried or how
Maybe.
places of rest were like sort of looked after.
Maybe back in that day they just had wooden markers or something, you know, and then they
Maybe.
just write it away. And
well,
who
throughout
knows?
different points in history, if there's been plague or other illnesses, you would have got a lot of mass graves, and people who were, you know, poor and just found dead wouldn't have been given any proper burial.
Because when was that? That was in the 1620s or 1640s, the plague, when it swept through, because it killed load of
plagues
people
had
in
many
Bideford.
like resurgences.
Yeah, but like
through history.
the
last main one was like 1600s.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was 1620 or 1640, because I remember when we was doing about the Bideford witches, it was saying that it swept through Bideford and killed quite a few people, didn't it?
Well, I mean, if you think about it this way, the oldest grave I've seen in one of the churchyards near us has someone who was born in 1730 odd. So they likely would have known people in their lifetime that would have been around during, like or at least they would have known someone who was the son of a person who was around during the plague time. So it wasn't that far away.
Even their grandparents and that.
Yeah. So like the difference between us and people who fought in like the Second World War would have been the difference between them and someone who was around during the times of plague. So
yeah,
it's not really that distant from that time. It was always very quiet down this end, even last time.
Yeah, we had nothing happen here, did we?
No. Spirit Talker was sort of here and there, but nothing special.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to see if anything happens over at that other area again. Hopefully it does. Hopefully we get a full body apparition tonight.
Well, I know what the thumbnail would be if that were the case. There's a plane over there. See it?
Oh yeah, just about. Could be a UFO.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is a UFO. It's a very slow-moving plane.
This could be a totally different video to what we've planned.
Is this going to turn into a case file? It's really slow.
Yeah, I see. You'd think though a UFO wouldn't have like red flashing lights like aviation lights. But you never know, they might be disguising.
Yeah. Not very well, evidently.
Just be like, people just think we're a plane.
Yeah.
We're good. I've seen a lot of UFO stuff online lately, actually. I find it quite fascinating. There's a lot of shit out there and all, because a lot of fake stuff and that, but sometimes you come across some and you're like,
Well, now we've entered the age of generative AI, at least in the public domain.
Yeah.
And there's never going to be definitive proof of aliens or anything ever again now.
Yeah. See, that's my conspiracy theory coming back. They've brought in AI to so that no one can ever prove
Well,
anything.
it's now in the public domain. It could have been in private hands for a long time.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I just saw some orbs around you or not. I can't tell. It might have been your breath.
Well, it's now in the public.
All happens. I can't even see you apart from on the screen with this light.
That's where everyone else sees me as well.
Yeah. So what do you reckon? Should we just go straight to that other area?
Do you want to put the Spirit Talker down here first, or are you just itching to get over that other side?
I don't mind. If you want to try a Spirit Talker, see if
Put some Spirit Talkers down. My phone is on airplane mode. I don't know how that's going to show.
I'm going to have to get one of them things. I'm sure it's like a tri-field meter or something that detects kind of a more like a not electrical, I don't know if it's like electromagnetic stuff, but like what the environment produces rather than actual like devices and stuff.
I don't know enough about that, unfortunately, to really weigh in on it. So we have a new device here, one that you may have seen us use before. If you speak into this device or affect this device, we may be able to hear what you say and you could easier communicate with us. So if you wish to share anything, this is the way to do it.
all quiet so far.
Yeah.
Is there anyone here that wants to Oh, here we go. Regina's here, apparently.
There's another plane up there again. Keep getting distracted, but we don't see that. Regina.
Did you live around here, Regina? Is you from this area?
Hazel.
Everyone's turning up tonight.
Yeah.
Regina and Hazel, you could just imagine them being sisters around this area.
Yeah, you could, yeah. We've had a couple names now, but names are difficult for us to do anything with. If you share a message with us, we might be able to share that with other people. Get it back to some people that you would want to hear.
Tell you what, not too long in the distance, we need to like do a shop or something. We had Dawn ask if we had any unexplained files match. It's not the first person to ask her.
I mean, if we could do...
Crocodile.
Crocodile.
Okay.
It's not quite as good as Spanish donkey, but it's pretty good. Crocodile. Yeah, maybe we can open up a Patreon and have like a tier where people can suggest what type of merch they want. Crocodile, what? I can't put that to anything. There wouldn't be anything like that near here. Wouldn't have ever have been, I don't think.
No.
Unless it's talking about an Egyptian god. What's that one with the crocodile's head?
I can't remember the name, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
The one that eats your heart if you're judged unfairly in there. When your heart's weighed against the feather.
Afraid.
We're not afraid.
Are you afraid? What are you afraid of? If you're with us and you're attempting to communicate with us through this device that lets you speak to us, could you perhaps push one of these other devices or stand near it? Have them light up so we know that you're here. Just got this image in my head. Imagine a bunch of people just sort of huddled around the bench, just like waving everything, like line up, line up, screaming at the phone to try and make it go off.
I still always wonder stuff like that when you've got like, when I've seen paranormal videos where it's just like a security camera or someone set up a camera to catch that, and stuff's like being ripped off the walls and that. I'm like, why? Like, why would a spirit just be doing that?
Maybe it's not a spirit in the typical sense of like an angry
I can't
person.
imagine. Yeah, I can't imagine it's it's got to be some kind of energy or something, but I don't.
Something of a cemetery. Well, it is.
Yeah.
Cemetery.
Is that saying it's afraid of the cemetery? You know, something that's doing that. I think it's just something that's aggressive and chaotic by nature. Something that just breaks things.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? But that's what annoys me when people be like, "Oh, that's that's doing that. That's a poltergeist that's doing that." I'm like, how do you know? You don't know what it is. Like, it irritates me a bit, and people just assume they know what things are when really no one's got a fucking clue.
I mean, it's not too far-fetched to imagine that if there are different types of spirits, which I think there are, that there would be some that are chaotically like inclined, or maybe when they're not given attention they want, they throw things about. I mean,
Universe.
afraid of the universe, afraid of the cemetery. Like, think toddlers or just children in general, any animal, if it doesn't get attention that it wants before, like, kids get sort of like adjusted to the societal pressures, they kick off and throw shit about. Some people never stop doing it. I've met a few of them. There's another plane up there.
It looks like Mars up there as well, I think. Slightly orange.
Be careful what you wish
I wish
for.
to see a full-body apparition tonight, please.
I don't. What I wish for is subscribers and followers, and so we can do this all the time. There's nothing wrong with that. Is this the beginning of a fucking war and we've just caught it?
Yeah. And be like, damn it. That's one way to go though, on an investigation.
Yeah, well, we'd be joining who we're trying to talk to pretty quick, I imagine. You can say be careful what you wish for. You can threaten us if you wish, but we're protected, so none of that's going to intimidate us. We're here to experience things. When we leave your stay, you can't do us any harm. So you may as well share a message or you're wasting both of our time.
I would like to see you there.
Yeah.
If you can show yourself to me.
Perhaps if we see a shadow or a person, maybe if we can't see you, you can show yourself to our cameras, to our devices. You can interact with any of the devices. Give us signs that you're here. We do need to get like even if it's just like an old school VHS, like a tape recorder, and then go out and film with that alongside this. Because people go out with like cameras and try and get things like that. But what if we just went around with something like that, see if we can get orbs or any
That's
sort
what
of
we've got to do, and I'll bring out your Polaroid.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. I need to buy some more.
And if we got an old school audio recorder as well.
Right, well this doesn't seem to be yielding us much. Do we want to head further up?
Yeah, should we go to the spot?
The spot. Night Whisperers. Or Whispers.
Night Whispers.
Night Whispers. We'll whisper in the day, innit?
Yeah. Is that, that's the house across the way, isn't it? I thought it was lit up in there.
Fucking shit me up then, because you'd like start walking behind me, and then I heard a voice that was more distant than I was expecting. And I went, what?
I'm protecting you.
Thank you. We have protection outside of what you are doing,
man, I could
but
have
we are
cut this
grateful.
bit of grass.
I know. If you are standing with us to protect us, to keep us safe, we are grateful for that. We have our own protection also. But if the message you want to share is that you are protecting us, then we hear you and we're grateful.
Right. Let's put... We had it on its side, didn't we? Because it wouldn't stand up last time.
If you are protecting us, then you know what's here and what could be dangerous to us. Could you tell us what is here? Who is here?
Right, I want to hear that. What's the name? What does it sound, the grave?
The grave there is Rosamund Wallop.
Rosamund Wallop. Is that
Wallop.
the lady's name?
Yeah.
Rosamund, if you're here with us, can you let us know by...
I've been watching you.
Hey.
Are you subscribed?
Can you let us know by interacting with any of them devices or communicating like you did last time with a audible moan?
If you are here, would you be able to move any of our devices for us? They'll light up if you move them, and we'll be able to see that you're here. I don't want to put my device, like the phone, down there because it's too far away to sort of see with the camera.
Move a bit closer.
Can do, but then I don't want to put it so close that it's going to make the device go off.
We're standing around you.
Excellent, that's what we want.
That's wonderful. If you are standing around us, would you move up to that grave right there and move some of the devices about or stand near them to light them up.
The forest is home.
It said that last time.
Did
here. Wait, no, it didn't say it here. It said it in Bishop's Taunton.
Okay.
So if you say the forest is home, then perhaps you're not the spirits of people like we anticipate.
Can you speak to us? Make a noise like last time? I heard something. Was
Hello
that?
and welcome.
What does it say?
Hello and welcome.
Ah. Hello. Thank you.
So if the forest is your home, perhaps then you are the whites of this land. If you are the whites of this land, are we welcome here? You say hello and welcome, but I would like to hear from you that we are welcome.
Us.
Us.
I just had Pink Floyd song come in my head then.
It makes things more interesting to look at it from that dynamic, because we were talking over there whether it could be more than like the spirits of people. Now, if they're saying the forest is home, and it's not necessarily the spirits of people that have passed, but like land spirits. Makes
Yeah,
it interesting.
Past.
So perhaps some are spirits of people who've passed, some aren't.
Who is here with us? Can you let us know? Can you interact with any of those devices on the top there? Just touch them, move them, please. Sheep are making a racket.
I'm walking around you.
Maybe it's not a sheep.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be like a skinwalker or something pretending.
Yeah. That's the sort of thing I'm going to forget I heard.
It don't matter to me anyway. I can't see anything after this light's in my face. I can't. If I look around, I can't even see bugger.
One benefit of not being on night vision,
Frank.
Frank.
because I've got night vision on me. I've not got like light in my face, so it forces me to be able to see a lot more.
Argue.
Frank and argue. You're not arguing with Frank here. We're only kidding, by the way.
Yeah, we are arguing.
Yeah.
Be quiet.
We are
ruining
arguing.
our shop.
No, we're not. Do you have any messages that you want to share with us? If you can share any messages with us, or if you can make these devices go off, we can stay here and speak to you for a little bit longer. Maybe even come back.
And if you don't set them off, we're definitely coming back.
Yeah. Right, looks like we're coming back now.
You've done it now.
Strange, isn't it? Like, yeah, there's been some interesting spirit talker stuff, but beyond that, no devices this time. We've not heard anything thus far.
Yeah.
We've only really been here about 25 minutes.
Yeah, not long.
Well, at least recording. We've been here for nearly 40, but...
Can you do me a favour and touch any of those 3 devices on the top of that grave, please? Just so you can let us know that you're here with us.
I ain't having no favours being done.
Surprise.
Surprise! Go on, do it. Surprise me.
You know what's mad? When the second it said surprise, I just imagined you saying it exactly like that. It's like it knows. So, is it saying there's going to be a surprise, or I'm trying to sort of connect dots here, but I almost don't want to connect dots, because then you could be making something of nothing. You know? I don't want to do that. I want to let it speak for whatever it is, rather than making something of it.
Right.
It's not really what we're here to do.
I'm walking around you.
Still.
Yeah,
Can't hear you.
If you're walking around us, would you be able to go over to that grove over there and light up our devices? You've been putting in a lot of legwork. Stand still for a moment. Stand by those devices. Show us that you're here. What do you think then? Because I mean,
I think you're not doing enough.
I don't want to say that. But you heard us.
You heard us.
No,
I didn't hear you. I'm waiting to hear you.
unfortunately, we didn't hear you. We heard you last time, perhaps, if that was you. Our devices may have heard you, but we with our ears did not. Just as I say that, the wind picks up. I don't know whether it's worth moving to a different spot or like...
Can do. Don't know.
Oh.
Huh?
Like... I'm going to turn this bad boy off. Cart.
Card.
Cart door ice cream.
Yeah.
Hey, what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn this off.
We're like locked in.
Yeah. So I'd hop the wall if I need to get out.
Right, cheers.
Right, well technically we're off the consecrated ground now. Don't know if, well, I don't know how far it extends, but I want to see if we start getting different things. We were getting a lot of names, a lot of stuff like need time, sense of death. It gave like the name Joe twice, it gave the name Betsy, it said Elijah.
Yeah.
Also, apparently this place is to assist the police. They have something called an alpha dot marking system. We haven't nicked anything. Liam.
Gunshots again.
No, just be a car. But
Yeah,
for the sake of
probably.
clickbait, gunshots.
Like put a photo of us on a bullet hole in her head or something.
The night we survived getting shot in the head. Lillian. Why are we getting so many names all of a sudden?
Don't know.
We're getting a lot of names. Is there any messages you want to share with us? I'm going to put it on here actually. So we're not just stood in the middle of the road entirely.
People don't realise we're just stood in the middle of a
Yeah,
main
we are.
road.
Straight out.
Why would you want to make your car sound like it's going to explode?
To disguise the shotgun shells. We're not going to be here for too much longer. So if you have any messages to share with us, now is the time to do it.
Yeah, we've got work in the morning.
I couldn't tell if that was a woman. I heard like a whoo over there. But there is that woman walking the dog, so I don't know.
It's
That's-
like the noise we had last time though.
Yeah. And now we're off the cemetery grounds. We've had until once the name's stopped. That's it.
Mm. Did I just...
Free. Maybe now because we've left it's saying free.
They're free to roam around.
We're free, we can move, we can leave, we can go as we please. Can you?
What was that?
What?
Oh, it's a sheep. I think.
Yeah, it was over there, I heard it.
Yeah, because it sounds to me like it's coming from the graveyard. It must be like echoing off the walls. I was like, what? There's like a kid crying in the graveyard, isn't it?
Fuck that. If I was in the graveyard and I had a child start crying, I'm gone. Gone. Well, it looks like it's just nothing.
No,
It said free, and now it's like, you're free.
Mm.
Shooting.
Mm.
Maybe it wasn't cars after all. Uh-oh.
Luckily our car's just over there. We can
Yeah.
skedaddle.
I don't think we can drive faster than a bullet though.
No.
So if that
Oh, I
happens,
can try.
yeah. Nurse.
If they say anything, we say, yeah, we just walked around the graveyard and came back out.
Yeah. What's with the cameras? Just like holding them. You've been filming? No.
Why does it say record on the screen?
Oh wait. Oh no, it's just a screensaver.
Yeah, it's the sticker. I ain't pulled it off yet.
Why are the lights on? So we can see when we walk. Well, I think this might be worth calling it a close here, because
Let's see the...
you know, this one's been weird. This one's been weird.
Yeah.
Save the planes that keep flying over in an intimidating fashion. The devices kind of, when we were in the graveyard, like I was saying, you know, it's consecrated ground, so I'd expect it to be more like, you'd think pure. That's what it's for, right?
Oh.
Dog man. But when we were over
Just
there,
see
we
the dogs come running down and he's not there.
But there is a 9 foot tall dog type creature running behind them. No, yeah, we're getting stuff like we're walking around you and you heard us and so on and so forth. And then we come out here and it stops. We get a few names and it just says free. Like, what to make of that? None of our devices went off.
No.
Which last time they did.
Which is bloody annoying.
Yeah. I don't really know what to make of it. It's a weird spot. Like, I do kind of want to come back, but then a part of me is like, are we gonna? I mean, imagine walking away because you're shitting yourself, thinking someone's going to come and have a go at you, and it just says "sense of death." You know? You know, I don't know what to make of it.
Yeah, well, it's just another one for the books, isn't it, really?
Yeah. Well, there we go. We did it again, which is good.
Because we had activity the first time, it was always good to come back and check to see if anything else
Yeah.
occurred.
How's a different location at a different time, or same location at a different time, going to behave and going to react? Because you seem to go into these places, and it's not so much what does this place have to offer all the time,
Right.
but also what are we? Is this the right place at the right time, kind of thing?
It's like, who knows what could happen here when we're not here, you know, like we've been here, you know, like just a couple of occasions, you know, briefly.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, we haven't spent more than 2 hours here, or probably now about 2 hours, full stop. But
and always, I know always people always like, oh, there's, you're going to have ghosts in a graveyard and that, but who knows what was here before the graveyard and the church, and
The only
you know, there could have
reason
been
I
a
would-
settlement or a village or anything.
the only reason I would think there's any sort of relevance to a graveyard and spirits is because, one, people are resting here, so it's where their remains are, so if there's any mix of like where they can return to being where they were put to rest, then this is the space for it. And also, a lot of very strong emotions would have been felt here. A lot of sadness, a lot of grief, a lot of many things. So if any of the theories hold true about energy being deposited...
What is that? Something keeps flashing above your head. Just every now and again. I thought I saw something a minute ago, and then I was like, and maybe I was just because I weren't quite looking at the camera properly. I swear I just saw something then.
I don't know.
You know, like if you've got an IR light from something, and then it'll just quickly flash and you'll see it.
Might be it. Well, there is a building.
Yeah, but that's like
over
a
there.
busted up, a derelict. I don't know. I'll keep the camera, see if anything.
But yeah, no, fucking plane.
Yeah, so.
Is there like running water near?
Yeah, I did a little while ago.
This just seems like one of those nights where a lot is going on that can fuck your attention up and then makes it easy to feel unsettled because you're going, shit, is that a person over there? Why is this plane going over? What's this flash? Who's the working? Like, you know what I mean? So actually sitting and investigating and sort of following anything is so hard to do. And I like to go into a place and be very locked in and not be able to be fucked about with mentally. And right now is not the sort of time and or place for that. But no, yeah, like I was saying, if there is like anything that holds true to emotions and energy being absorbed by a place and re-emitted, what more than a graveyard? Places like graveyards, hospitals, theatres, they always seem to be these similar places, all places where people would have felt a lot of things.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, you've never heard of a fucking haunted petrol garage, have you? Because people just go there, fill up and leave, so it's irrelevant. But anywhere else that people would have experienced a lot of things, it's where it seems to happen.
Alright guys, that wraps up another one. Quiet one tonight.
Yeah, it was. It was a eventful to experience, but to watch, I doubt it will be as intriguing. It is a bit mind-fucky, this spot. Tonight anyway. There's a lot going on outside of what we're here for that makes it difficult to focus and concentrate. Interesting place. Probably come back just to round it off for a third time, see what it is like. We were getting a lot of interaction in the graveyard, which is consecrated ground, although out here where you'd have thought there'd be a lot more ability for something to communicate, nothing.
Just dogs and
yeah. I don't know what more to make of it. It's a strange spot. There was a lot of, the spirit talker was kind of all over the place and no devices went off. So
alright guys, we better bugger off because we're waffling.
Yep.
So
watch everything else, please.
And subscribe.
And subscribe, tell your friends, do all that stuff. We've got some conspiracy videos coming out in the future, so if you want to see some conspiracy stuff, we'll add that to the channel. Let us know what you think about that. If you've got any conspiracies that you like, leave it in the comments below. And if you have any ghost stories that you want us to share in a video, sat around a fire, leave that in the comments or email us, do all that good stuff. And thank you for watching this evening's video. Leave a comment if you want to tell us how shit we are and how you don't like our investigations. On you go. Have a lovely rest of your evening. Goodbye.